What is up, guys? It's your boy Heck Philly. Hey, I guess we're in a cave now. The narrator is talking to, I'm guessing it's Esther. I don't quite know who Esther is, but I think she might not be alive. I don't know why we're on this island. I don't know why currently we're in this cave. In the last video, we had just fallen down some hole or something. So let's just see. All right. I fell down a hole, and what do I see here?
Donnelly did not pass through the caves. From here on in, his guidance, unreliable as it is gone from me. I understand now that it is between the two of us, and whatever correspondence can be drawn from the wet rocks.
Okay. So that's where we fell from, guys. Right up in here. We fell down this. Wow. How did we survive that? Onto this? From that onto... How did we survive that? I'm confused. Alright. So let's head on through here. See what's happening. Interesting little place. Reminds me a little bit of No Man's Sky. Just a little bit. There's another candle. 3 of them.
There is no other direction, no other exit from this motorway. Speeding past this junction, I saw you waiting at the roadside, a one last drink in your trembled hands.
Alright. There we It looks like there's like, cause this looks like a neuron or something like that. All of this kind of sciencey type markings. And this is some sort of chemical formula, it looks like. I mean, we saw the Fibonacci sequence in some at another place, and all these little markings look like maybe someone's trying to figure something out. I don't know. Let's just go back this way. Oh, look, yeah. There's another way that the cave can go. I don't know if I came in this way. I think I did, didn't I? So shouldn't I go this way? Or is there some sort of... Because remember the last time I felt like I was at a dead end? There was like some sort of cliff or way around. Oh. Oh. That was risky. Who just dives into a random body of water in a cave that you know nothing about? Or I presume he knows nothing about. Is this the way to the lighthouse? Is this like... Oh, he said something like that in the last video. Like, underneath the mountain or something is the way, is the path to the lighthouse? Can I go this way? I can't go this way. Nah, that's a dead end. It's just a beautiful game. Just kind of... Oh, shoot. Now what? Alright. I don't think I'm supposed to be jumping this time. Hopefully this ain't slippery. Which in real life, I suppose it would be. If I had to guess. In real life, this would be slippery and dangerous as hell. Oh, what is that over there? I could go up. Oh, wow. There's so many different paths. All right, I'm going to go this way. I already know this is probably going to lead me to another dead end. But once I come back out here, I'm going to go to... I'm going to go up. But let's just see what's going on over here. Is my homie not going to talk to me no more? No more narration? For me, I suppose. Wow. Oh, where is this? Oh, maybe I did go the right way.
I am traveling through my own body, following the line of infection from the shattered femur towards the heart. I swallow fistfuls of painkillers to stay lucid. In my delirium, I see the twin lights of the moon and the Ariel shining to me through the rocks.
That's supposed to be some sort of... I have no idea where I'm going. Just gonna keep following paths. I wonder if this is a game that has like multiple endings, if that's like a situation, like a path that you choose takes you to an ending. 'Cause it felt like there were multiple places to go in that last little section that I was at. And is this where it's gonna take me anyway? I don't know. See, that looks like a neuron in your brain to me. And cells, neuron, are in that thing he just said in the body. Are we? What's going on? Are we in? Is this like some sort of like metaphor for being inside? Oh, I can't go that way? I can't go that way.
This cannot be the shaft they threw the goats into. It cannot be the landfill where the parts of your life that would not burn ended up. It cannot be the chimney that delivered you to the skies. It cannot be the place where you rained back down again to fertilize the soil and make small flowers in the rocks.
I mean, if these are supposed to be like molecules like they are, I mean, I don't know what NH2 is, or OH for that matter. But O is oxygen, H is hydrogen, N is nitrogen, and H is hydrogen. So I don't know. Oh shoot, I fell under. Oh shoot, I fell in the freaking water. How do am I supposed to be here? How do I get out? Too busy looking at the freaking... Alright, don't fall in the water no more. Alright, come on, let's go this way. Nope, 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 nope. Get me up. Get me out. Oh, man. Wow. Whoops. My bad. I thought I was finna drown. Oh, is this where I just... This ain't where I just came from, is it? Oh, look at all of this. What is... Behold, Damascus has fallen.
That is not correct.
Is taken. Behold, Damascus is taken. These are chemicals, but I don't know what the heck. I mean, these are freaking neurons and molecules. Acts 22. Acts 22 what? Why is your handwriting so bad, fam? Is the Acts 20 what? Oh, Acts 2:2. Oh, is that scripture that was on the boat? Acts 2. Acts 2:2. No. Oh, suddenly a sound of blowing of a violent wind came from heaven and filled the whole house where they were sitting. Anyway, let's keep going. Damascus again. Damascus. All of these. Damascus is taken. Damascus is taken. Okay. I remember that quote on the boat was from Acts 2. And it looks like, okay, away from being a city. I wish this guy's handwriting wasn't ass. I'm not even gonna attempt to read that, fam. It's got real interesting, I'll tell you that much. What is happening here? Got real visually interesting. How am I supposed to get through here? Oh shoot. Okay. Is that what we're supposed to be doing? Is this what we're supposed to be doing? Yes? Do I have... I heard music under there. Another hole. Another hole. Another hole. Alright, what's the what out here? Are we gonna get answers here? Why are we underwater? A flood? Is this a flood? Are we flooded? Oh, remember the drunk driver? Remember? So is that what this is? Remember the drunk driver? Why are we underwater then? So was that all like a metaphor for something? Whose car is which? Looks like this car is the one that got the brunt, huh? Is that Esther's car? Alright, let's just keep moving. Let's see if we can get the rest of this story. Okay. Wait a minute. Oh, I fell under... Okay, so that's... I fell... At least that one seems like a softer landing. I fell into a pool of of water. I thought I had forgotten to start recording. I was about to be tight. Okay. Esther. Hello? Esther? Are you here? Esther?
I sat here and watched two jets carve parallel white lines into the sky. They charted their course, and I followed them for 21 minutes until they turned off near Sanford and were lost. If I were a gull, I would abandon my nest and join them. I would starve my brain of oxygen and suffer delusions of transcendence. I would tear the bottom from my boat and sail across the motorways until I reached this island once again.
Oh. Somebody was here making all these crazy markings. Wait a minute. Am I supposed to go over there or over here? I mean, there's too many beacons, guys. It feels like probably over. Oh, is that more cave over there? What the heck? What is this?
Of fire and soil, I chose fire. It seemed the more contemporary of the options, the more sanitary. I could not bear the thought of the reassembly of such a ruin. Stitching arm to shoulder and femur to hip, charting a line of thread like traffic stilled on a motorway, making it all acceptable for tearful aunts and traumatized uncles flown in specially for the occasion. Reduce to ash, mix with water, make a phosphorescent paint for these rocks and ceilings.
It's like a... I probably should be visiting all this stuff. It probably tells the story. I mean, his narration, it's cool, but it's sometimes super poetic and cryptic rather than just giving me the answers. What are these candle spots? I don't think they're anything. It's probably just leading me to where I need to go. I'm gonna guess, but let me just look at some of these things. What is this? Is that you, Esther? I can't see. What is this in the shape of? Now this is like the car parts and stuff. That's stuff from the car, I suppose. Oh, look. Is that where I'm supposed to be going? Can I get up there? Somehow? Am I supposed to? Hold on, let me see.
There were chemical diagrams on the mug he gave me coffee in, sticky at the handle where his hands shook. He worked for a pharmaceutical company with an office based on the outskirts of Wolverhampton. He'd been travelling back from a sales conference in Exeter, forming a strategic vision for the peddling of antacid yogurt to the European market. You could trace the connections with your finger, join the dots, and whole new compounds would be summoned into activity.
One more word? What does this mean? I don't care, fam. I ain't trying to figure this. Around thy, I don't know. Around thy, shown heaven from light, a light from heaven shone around him. I think that's another scripture from Acts. And then there's the reference from Damascus. We see the chemical things. The guy just told us he was a pharmacist or some sort. I'm gonna guess there's something about the brain too, because I'm thinking those things on the wall were brain neurons. I'm guessing. It's all really weird. The lighthouse is back that way, and that's always what I thought we were going towards.
From here, I can see my armada. I collected all the letters I'd ever meant to send to you, if I'd have ever made it to the mainland, but had instead collected at the bottom of my rucksack, and I spread them out along the lost beach. Then I took each and every one, folded them into boats. I folded you into the creases, and then, as the sun was setting, I set the fleet to sail. Shattered into 21 pieces, I consigned you to the Atlantic, and I sat here until I'd watched all of you sink.
Oh, these boats right here, is there 21? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21? He was talking about the paper boats, I believe. I thought he was talking about people. See, this is what I mean, man. My man don't be saying what exactly he's talking about. If I wouldn't have taken notice to those boats or gone over there, I would have thought he had drowned 21 people. Alright, so what's the deal here? Okay. Oh, I don't like it. It's on a sudden, a light from the heavens shone around him, and he fell to the ground. Yeah, I think this is alright, so this is definitely, I think, from the account of Saul before he was Paul, like in the Bible, before he was Paul. And remember, are they finna blind me out here? Remember, if you're familiar with the Bible, remember Saul persecuted Christians, and he was on his way to Damascus, which we saw Damascus on the wall. And Saul was blinded by a light from the heavens. On a sudden, a light from the heavens shone around him, and he fell to the ground. Yeah, that's in reference to Saul. Saul, the story of Saul. All right, so we got that down. So that's a good clue. That's a good clue as to what kind of the point, I guess, of this game is. This is some sort. I don't know what's happening. We're heading towards the light. Maybe this is a representation of Damascus, that light right there. I don't know. What happened after he fell to the ground was he went blind, and then I think, if I remember correctly, Jesus healed them, and then that's what made him turn into a Christian, because Jesus healed them, which is selfish.
A sound of torn metal, teeth running over the edge of the rocks, a moon that casts a signal as I lay pinned beside you, the ticking of the cooling engine, and the calling from a great height, all my mind as a bypass.
Now we're back to the car accident. He was in the car with Esther? We just trying to figure this out, family. So am I not at the right? I feel like that's another saving point, because I don't think you can get back up there, can you? All right, come on. This is a weird mixture of things happening in this game.
I've begun my voyage in a paper boat without a bottom. I will fly to the moon in it. I've been folded along a crease in time, a weakness in the sheet of life. Now you've settled on the opposite side of the paper to me. I can see your traces in the ink that soaks through the fiber, the pulped vegetation. When we become waterlogged and the cage disintegrates, we will intermingle. When this paper aeroplane leaves the cliff edge and carves parallel vapor trails in the dark, we will come together.
And he was proceeding on his journey. That's what that says. This is still referring to Saul, I suppose, going to Damascus, like I'm going to this light. He spelled the word wrong back there. See, I was justified for not reading some of those passages. Well, what's this say? And was come near to Damascus. I don't know. It's something about Damascus again. And he, oh gosh, that's the other one. And he was 3 days.
If only Donnelly had experienced this, he would have realized he was his own shoreline, as am I. Just as I am becoming this island, so he became Hisiphilis, retreating into the burning synapses, the stones, the infection.
He's 3 days without sight, that said. This is about the story of Saul. I know I keep saying that, but it's definitely, yes, story about Saul in Acts of the Apostles. Definitely. All right, so how are we bringing this all together? What's that got to do with the car accident? Candles, car accident, Saul being blinded, Saul, persecutor of Christians.
Reflected in these retinas. Too long in the tunnels of my island without a bottom. Sea creatures have risen to the surface, but the gulls are not here to carry them back to their nests. I've become fixed, open and staring, an eye turned on itself. I've become an infected leg whose tracking lines form a perfect map of the junctions of the M5. I will take the exit at mid-thigh and plummet to my Esther.
I kind of missed that, because I was just afraid of crows or jump scares in the beginning of the game. All right, so we're making our way up to this lighthouse is what's happening. So let's go ahead and do that. I don't even know if I need to like read this whole passage. What is that noise? Is that just this gate? Is that the gate to freak? Yeah, I think it is. I'm leaning up against the gate. That feels like it was like in here somewhere. I don't like that. That feels too freaking real. Alright, hold on. Journey. I don't know. It's just the account of Saul. I'm just glad I know that now. So I don't have to read that chicken scratch. So I can't be overly concerned with what all this crap on the freaking mountain says right now. But I think that was Acts 2:2 because it was talking about Acts 2:2, which do I still have this up? Acts 2:2. Suddenly a sound like the blowing of a violent wind came from the heaven and filled the whole house they were sitting. I don't know. This looks like a violent wind to me.
I have dredged these waters for bones of the hermit, for the traces of Donnelly, for any sign of Jakobsen's flock, for the empty bottle that would incriminate him. I have scoured this stretch of motorway 21 times, attempting to recreate his trajectory. The put when his heart stopped dead and all he saw was the moon over the Sanford Junction. He was not drunk, Esther. He was not drunk at all, and it was not his fault. It was the converging lines that doomed him. This is not recorded natural condition. The gulls do not fly so low over the motorway and cause him to swerve. The paint scored away from his car in lines like an infection, making directly for the heart.
Did the narrator kill Esther? Is that what happened? Creaking gates. I don't like creaking gates. Alright, let's just get up in here.
I am the Ariel. In my passing, I will send news to each and every star. Dear Esther, I have burnt my belongings, my books, this death certificate. Mine will be written all across this island. Who was Jakobsen? Who remembers him? Donnelly has written of him, but who was Donnelly? Who remembers him? I have painted, carved, hewn, scored into this space all that I could draw from him. There will be another to these shores to remember me. I will rise from the ocean like an island without bottom, come together like a stone, become an Ariel, a beacon that they will not forget you. We have always been drawn here. One day the gulls will return and nest in our bones and our history. I will look to my left and see Esther Donnelly flying beside me. I will look to my right and see Paul Jakobsen flying beside me. They will leave white lines carved into the air to reach the mainland, where help will be sent.
Whoa. Oh, that's not the way I want to go out. I see. I see. 21 votes. 21 votes. 21 votes. What does that mean?
Come back.
Huh. So clearly I didn't get everything from this game, but let's just I'm gonna just, with the 21 votes thing, I'm gonna go ahead and Paul. That's his name. Paul. Maybe that's not his name. I don't know. But I'm guessing that achievement means we've gone, if we're referencing what happened, what's his name after being blind? Saul was a persecutor of Christians. He was blinded by a light from heaven, and then when Jesus healed him, he switched over to being a Christian, and he changed his name to Paul as a convert to Christianity. And I don't know how this deals with it, but I'm assuming that the guy in the car narrating was the drunk driver, or at least the guy with the bottle of alcohol in his car who killed Esther. 21 votes, maybe one of them was 21 years old. I don't know. I'm grasping at straws. I'll probably look into this. You could probably look into it as well. So the narrator, Esther, was his wife. I must have missed that in the narration somewhere. As the game progresses, the identities of the characters become more blurred, and the player is made to draw his own conclusions from the story. So I still think Paul is the narrator. Paul is the narrator. He got into an accident with his wife. With his wife there, they probably said he was drunk driving or whatever. The end of the game, I'm pretty sure that was him jumping off the edge of the top of the lighthouse. Anyway, I'm not going to speculate anymore. I enjoyed the game. It was fun trying to figure this all out, but I always get these games where it's just like, hey, this is the ending, figure it out. I enjoyed it. It was fun. It was short. It was worth the $3 as far as I'm concerned. And if you like this video, please make sure to leave me a like if you would like to. If you like the video. Anyway, I'm going to see you guys in the next video. I'll talk to you. Have a good day. Stay safe out there. Peace.